Hello and welcome back to my stamp studio. So at first glance, this set, Positive Thoughts, from Stampin' Up! Seems to be what I would say would be a beautiful flower set that could be used for spring or summer. But in my little quickie series of videos here to challenge myself to use what I have in my stamp stash to create holiday cards, I am going to show you that you can take a stamp set like this and really create a beautiful holiday card with it. So this is a set of 8. It's a cling mount stamp set, and it has some nice, beautiful words with it, sending positive thoughts and feel good wishes. Friends like you mean more every year. Hugs, prayers, love, and then you get this beautiful butterfly, a feather, another little design element here. But what I look at when I see this set to try and make it holiday is this beautiful green fern and then this beautiful flower, which I believe is supposed to be like a chrysanthemum. So let's get started. So my first thought was to try and make everything bright colors, okay? So I, of course, chose Granny Apple Green, and I chose Cherry Cobbler Red. How much more Christmas does it get than that, right? I have just a larger piece of scrap Whisper White here, and I want to get an embossing buddy. And I'm going to go ahead and just rub my embossing buddy over that to get rid of any fingerprints or static or anything it might have on it. And I'm going to take the fern from the stamp set, ink it up in the Granny Apple Green. Give that paper a really good chance to soak up that ink. And then before I stamp my red flower, I am quickly going to take it and pour some clear embossing powder over it. Remember, in the past I've shown you that pretty much any ink pad can become an embossing powder color, okay? So if you quickly work, they are fast drying inks, but if you quickly work and pour clear embossing powder over them, you can get what would appear to be a green embossing powder, okay? Now I'm going to do it with the Cherry Cobbler here. It's that beautiful dark red that Cherry Cobbler has, and some embossing powder over the top of it. If I was to continue, I would do another green sprig here, and then I would do 2 additional chrysanthemum flowers there, okay? But I'm just going to, for the sake of time, go ahead and just do 1 of each right now. But I do want to show you how vibrant and bold these colors can be with clear embossing powder over them. So I hope the camera, I think it's showing there, how dark and bold that Granny Apple Green looks. It has a nice shine and shimmer to it with the clean embossing powder over it. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? Now here's the Cherry Cobbler. And again, it just gives it that bold, beautiful, deep, dark red color. And really enhances that color by putting clear embossing powder over it. Okay? So I don't think the camera is able to show you just a little bit there, I guess, with a little bit of shine and shimmer that these have now. Okay? As part of this stamp set, you also have some coordinating dies. And we have a die that coordinates with this fern. I have a die that coordinates with this chrysanthemum. And then there are also additional dies. There is a larger die that you can cut out a layering piece like this. And I don't know if the camera is showing that, but there's a little bit of an edge there. A little dotted edge and a little detailed edge to that. So I went ahead and I punched that out with one of the dies with some Whisper White cardstock. And then I went ahead and I did 1 more of the green fern and 2 more leaves, or 2 more flowers, sorry. So I have those already. These are embossed and cut out then with the coordinating framelits. And then I grabbed some of Stampin' Up's silver metallic paper, and there are two more additional framelits in this die. This nice beautiful border and then this cute little leaf border, okay, which I think lend themselves beautifully to a holiday card, okay? So I grabbed a piece of Granny Apple Green, which coordinates beautiful with the fern here, and I ran it through the dainty embossing folder. And I'm going to take that and mount it to a piece of Whisper White thick cardstock, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and just use some multi-purpose glue to do that. Just center it there on the front of my card base. Press firmly. Then my next piece is this cutout piece, and I am going to take it and just put some dimensionals on the back side here to be able to attach it to the card. Do want to give this just a little bit of pop with some dimension. I'm going to place this way over here to the right side of the card. I am centering it there from top to bottom, so that way it looks nice and centered there. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my other elements here. So I'm going to take one of my greenery embossed pieces. I'm only going to put some adhesive down here towards the bottom because the top I want to kind of pop up and give it a little bit of dexterity or a little bit of dimension here. I go ahead and attach that. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one here. But this one I'm going to kind of lay off a little bit over here to the side. Okay. Next I want to attach my flowers, my beautiful red, what I'm calling chrysanthemums. I'm going to go ahead and just attach one there kind of in the center that is going to cover the stems of the greenery. I'm going to go ahead and add another one over here to the right. Being careful not to go over the edge too much because I want to be able to see that beautiful edge of my layered piece. And then the last one, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of place down here, maybe even off that piece just a little bit, okay? Now it's hanging down below that just a little bit. Go ahead and press all these, make sure that they're sticking nicely. Okay, the next thing I want to attach is this beautiful silver trim piece. And this is not going to take much adhesive at all. I'm just going to actually stick a little bit, mostly here in the center. The ends will not really need much because it's just really going to be attached mostly in the center, and we're going to leave this part just kind of hang out over the edge there, okay? So go ahead and press that till it's down in position there. Now I'm going to attach these beautiful little silver sprigs. And again, multi-purpose glue is a good choice of adhesive for these. I can go ahead and just dab a little bit on the stem and just those lower leaves. And then I can come in here and I can sneak it right behind one of those chrysanthemums. Just that little pop of silver there really gives this that holiday feel. Now go ahead and do the same thing. This one I'm going to pop right down here. Okay. Now we need a greeting on the front, and so I grabbed the Best Year stamp set. This is a set of 11. It has wonderful all occasion stamps in here. So I encourage you to look for this one in the catalog. It's in the main catalog. It has wonderful sentiments in it, and I've pulled out the Warm Wishes for Christmas sentiment out of this set. I went ahead and black embossed it on a piece of Whisper White, and I layered it on a piece of basic black cardstock. And this is basically going to get set right here. And you can see how that black embossing powder, along with the cherry cobbler and the Granny Apple Green embossing powder, really pops off those bright colors, can't you? I think this is just a very simple, pretty, elegant card. Again, it was created with a set that you might not consider a holiday set when you first look at it. But remember, by changing up colors and using maybe some different techniques, you can really achieve a holiday look. So I encourage you and challenge you to do this yourself. Look through your stamp stashes and see what you can find to be able to create some fun holiday cards this year. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope all of you are well. We will be back again with another quickie video soon. Take care.